Okay, I think we should be set now. Sorry, y'all. I'm just taking a minute to organize a couple of things on the back end before I switch over to the actual screen. Ooh. But, hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope the day was restful and/or productive for y'all. I saw Cat was in earlier. So, hi, Cat was in. Hey, Stubby. Hey, Shan. I got my tax in, or at least I uploaded the files. I may have not remembered to. I may not have remembered to email the tax person, but that will be a thing that I corrected. The accountant. Sorry, that will be a thing I do like tomorrow. Honestly, now I'll just pass the fuck out most of the day. I can't even front. Yeah, I was just out cold, but I at least gotta submitted the tax information. Just have to give him an email tomorrow and just be like, hey, so I also need to see if I can maybe write off all the money I spent on Ariel as like business expenses. But we'll see about that. I have to ask him. He'll probably say no, but worth a shot. But yeah, hopefully all are doing well. Hopefully the day was restful and/or productive. Eid Mubarak for those who celebrate. You'd be surprised what can qualify. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could get away with it. Anyway. Been a slow day for me too, working on my Final Fantasy 14 card while I hang out. Yeah, I have to ask him about it tomorrow. I meant to be up to do tax stuff early to send him an email to be like, hey, so I'm uploading all my forms that I have. I also have like Amazon receipts and stuff for money that I spent to build a computer to be able to do game dev stuff. Do you know if I can get that? Blah blah blah. But when I woke up, I physically could not because of like pain or anything, but I was just tired, and I just stayed in bed and I read a fanfic for like most of the day. I can't even front. Like something like Gorilla gripped my soul and said, "Sit your ass down, don't get up and do anything." So I'm like, but I have things that I need to do, and didn't happen. But I washed dishes. I at least submitted all of that information. So we take it. It's a dub, I guess. That sounds like self-care right there. Yeah, but brain is gonna brain. Announcements wise, thank you, Shan. Announcements wise, as you can see, we made 12% of the Shimiversary and Rent Drive goal up there. This means that at some point in the future, I'll be playing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD for y'all because that's our first milestone. If you have any, wow, my brain stopped. So let me rewind that. Thank you, everybody, for your assistance in spreading the word so far and all that other stuff. I deeply appreciate it. If you cannot throw a hand in because things are tight for you, I completely understand. You do not need to feel obligated to do that, obviously. But if you want to, all you need to do is like pass on that link and go from there. We have a variety of like really lovely incentives, including things like getting me to put googly eyes on my face, getting me to do push-ups, sit-ups, or squats, up to even potentially getting you some pre-blended pre-blended loose leaf tea, which I've had some from the company that was like kind enough to like partner with me on this. So you know, if you want to see what the incentives are, you can do exclamation point incentives. If you want to see what the other milestones are, you can do exclamation point milestones, and you'll have all of those. And that's pretty much the long and the short of it. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do a full 3 hours today, just because not because of anything bad, but partially because I only have like a couple of sprites to implement. Maybe we might see if there's anything on my Bugaboo to-do list that I can also kind of like knock out knock out at the same time. We'll see, and then that might give us a little bit more stuff to kind of like work with. But I'm not going to be pushing it super hard if we don't particularly have anything. Okay, there are like two things that are there, aside from the stuff that I want to do today. So we will probably get to it. So let me just start my clock timer. I have to retroactively put in all this time at some point. Yeah, also hi Shark. I'm gonna self-stretch myself before anybody puts it in, because I've been like lying down all day. Okay, so first things first. We should have good. So those are both there, which means that I need to do. Let's do. Hey, Cos, what's up? How you doing? Hopefully well. We need an animation layer. They're all going to be like this. Then ideally, then maybe we just put one. Do we just put one? You know what? Because they're all going to be animated like this, we might as well just do it here. So, the thing I was considering was basically just, but hopefully you are doing well, Cos. Good to see y'all as always. Been a long day because packing, but good because I'm looking forward to the move. Reasons. Anyway. Oh. Shan. What? God damn it, Shan. What? Okay. Hold on. I shouldn't even fucking lie. I was about to lie and say that my chat isn't dirty like that though. Um, and then I remembered that we quite literally had a Scribe related joke pop up on Sunday because Vallejo can't help himself. So I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm literally joking. Except, yeah, Scribe is really fucking the subtext in Scribe is more like text. So it's not really his fault. Anyway, the thing I was saying is that what I was doing was briefly considering whether or not I wanted all of the power ups to whether or not I wanted all the power ups to be animated or not. And I was thinking about it, and I was just like, yeah, you know, probably should. So we're just gonna do that. We did immediately comment on the cape when you walked through the kitchen. Yeah, all right, because of the pants that I had on that day, and it wasn't even that like, oh yeah, I remember now, and I didn't even necessarily have a problem with it. I was just like, where the fuck did this come from? What? And I was kind of just like, what the fuck? It wasn't like a, oh my god, how dare you all objectify me like this? It's just like a, wait, where did that come from? What? I was just like, yeah, no, that was 100% sharp. Absolutely. I was just more in the vein of just like, what in the actual. I was just like, what is going on? Oh, jeez. Also, hi, Kettle. What am I doing here? Right, I need to do this one. Over to the open this up animation. I need to. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 horizontal frames by 1 vertical frame. Good. Then here we just do. Make sure that loops. Okay, which means really that this should only be like 5, right? And now Twitch decides to simply work, disregard the message in the Gilded. Yeah. Yeah, as always, Twitch is just doing Twitch things. That's. I really should. Yeah, it's true. It's true. The main rival in Scribe was like, "Oh, yes, it seems that I flipped the switch inside of him," and then later on, with that same wording, the main character is like, "Yeah, that day it's like you flipped the switch inside of me," and it's like, okay. And then that's not even getting into Asuka Tachibana's balls, but we're not delving too deep into that because he's also a teenager. But okay, the joke is that he mentions he has these spears that he uses for. Yeah, it's not anything actually gross, but the innuendo is just really. Okay, I shouldn't be telling you this. This is out of context. This is actually hilariously fucked, and I forgot about that. Oh my god. Look, we're trying to train you under 1,000 times Earth's horny level set when you program without it bothering you, you'd be a super machine. That's the funny thing, though. I will say, with like as much ego as I am willing to spare, that's already a thing. Um, yes, Leo. I think I halfway only remember the joke at this point that I was making in regards to the joke you made. Um, Today has not been a bad day, but I'm maybe a little bit more fried than I normally am. So like, uh, I name this other animation. Okay, I should do animation. Uh, Wait, a character is named Magnum. Uh, just name them. No, his alter. Um, his alter is called Big Magnum, and it's just a giant gun. But he says, with not even a hint of, I'm not even gonna say anymore because it'll spoil the. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. If I say anything else, I'll spoil the joke. Um, but his name is not actually Richard Magnum. There's a whole. Once you see it, you'll understand. I forgot that was an episode that you missed, and I almost spoiled the joke. You'll get it. Once you see it, you'll understand. Um, I cannot. If I say anything else, I'll spoil it, and I had to catch myself because on my brain is absolutely fucking toasted. And I fucking saw you, Kaz. You're not slick. I saw that shit. Yes, I admitted that I'm a rock star there. This anime is turning out to be out of pocket. Huh. We are pure innocent Aprician server, though. Uh, uh, cry. Are you though? Yes. Okay, let me see if I can do something here. Here we go. Make single sprite out of sprite sheet. Okay. So I can't actually change it all the way through unless I. That's a pain. So I wanted to use. I wanted to use the new sprites in the HUD, insofar as the actual. Excuse me. Insofar as like the actual like single and normal up here is concerned, but I can't do that until we get all 6. Which means that that's like an art team thing I have to ask about. I can't do the entirety of what I had planned today with that, but that's fine. Um, it's fine. We can make it work. Oh, I see the I see that the chaos creatures simply. Yeah, the chaos gremlin is deciding for like chaos things. I did see it. Yes. Not very much of it because I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching WM because it's not necessarily my thing. But yes, I did see it. All right, let's see here. I gotta change the dimensions. One vertical frame. Three horizontal frames, though. I probably have it. 5, 4. Nope. Okay, hold on. Actually, look at 500 by 100. So, didn't anything good. Okay, good. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 horizontal frames by 1 vertical frame, but it's not. Okay, good. Now we can just put 5, and none of those other frames exist, so we can clear them out. Okay. So the bomb is newly animated. Double, and that should both be animated now. All right. This covers most of the things I wanted to do as far as that's concerned. Probably. Yep. Okay, good. All right, good. And that should be time. Good. Okay. Good. That all works. Good. Great. Excellent. All right. So that looks good. Bomb animation looks good, and the size is right, so I don't have to resize. I don't have to resize the actual node itself. Got to just adjust the things in the HUD now. I can't I can't adjust everything in the HUD that I would like to. I think I can replace these without too much trouble. Change type. Animated sprite. Okay. Hold on a second. I wonder. Change type. Frames. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So in here, let's create new source. Right. Leona. Okay. Right, because I gotta edit this thing, I guess. B. All right. Throw that one in there. Okay, so I did that. Pieces. That. Hold on a second. Okay, so over here, 24 FPS. Add things on sprite sheet. We're gonna go sprites. Okay, cool. So it does think it needs to do, but I'm worried that it's not going to do that correctly. Um, nope. Yeah, I worry a little bit because now probably the main thing is that I feel like this is not going to be properly aligned with the. Yeah, it's not like I don't have the option like properly align it with a control, which is not ideal. So I'd rather put it back to a texture rect and see if I can figure out something else. Okay, right, it's empty now. Okay. what I thought. Okay, so let me see something here. Okay. Looking here, let me know if you need me to make new things. Also, hi chat. Hey, I think for now we are probably fine. I just gotta think. I gotta think my way through this a little bit. Okay, so let me go back to. Okay. Okay, so it's a resource. I see. Okay, that makes much more sense. I need Atlas. Here. I'm gonna do that. This one. Okay, cool. And edit region. That's that one. Close. Okay. I think that should be okay now. Don't need the sprite frames here, I don't think. For those, I'm gonna do this. Quick load. Single. Okay, much better. Alright, good. Layout. Transform. Fine. Good as it is. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's just now a question of getting this actual. Okay, so it looks like I just trimmed it down to make that easier. That's fine. Now the only thing is to get this to center properly. That's the only hard part now, is that I gotta get this to center correctly. Out. Or maybe what we want is for them to all be in the top left anyway. It's just a matter of adjusting the size. So that's top left, that's top left. Okay. That's top left. And if we just adjust the size accordingly, we should be able to get that. So 70 by 42. And up to here. Transform. This is 42, right? Spot, bop, bop. Okay, good. That's looks like that's the only thing I really needed to do to like just properly get it laid out. Was to do 1, 2. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So that's handled. Now the only tricky part is making sure that... Okay, how did I get the spread and shot indicators set up is the real question. Okay. Let's go take a look at the script real quick. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the... Wow, 9 months. Thank you for the 9-month sub. Deeply appreciate it. Y'all know what to do. Type in a chat, please. Listen, Kettle said it, not me. Let's see here. Right. Yeah, if you've been here long enough, you know the command. So throw that down. HUD sprites. Let's see. Sprites, HUD sprites. Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll just do that. New. Atlas texture. Sprites, HUD sprites. A font's not HUD sprite. I need to move that. That's not the way that works. Fonts are separate from that. But I'll deal with that in a minute. That the Atlas is going to be doubles. Yeah. That means I have to change the name of that. I gotta change the name of that because it's not double shot, it's double red. And this is speed shot. Okay, that should be fine now though. Okay. That edit region. Go and okay. It's gonna look funky though, because of the. Okay. Thinking about that, pondering. Okay. Nightbot, that's a lot of talking. I have to upload. I have to up its like text limit. Okay. Pondering. I don't think I can switch them still because I sat and I thought about it and I'm like, oh right, with the way that those are clipped, it's gonna do. The sizes are gonna go all out of whack if I try it up there. So probably what I'm gonna need is I was born sounds so much more mystical than today is my birthday with the required pompous cape, of course. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thinking about it. Probably you know what it is. You don't have to stress about doing this right this second, but probably I'm just gonna need and they all have to be the same size. Very important. I just need one frame of each of because I'm trying to think about the best way to handle this, and my brain is like 70% working with me right now. Um, Probably we do a single, like the first frame of the first frame of each power up will need to be saved separately, but it's not like a now thing. It's like a later thing. We can deal without it for like this stream. And it's not super important that I have it like right this second. But the long and short of it is that if I basically at some point I need single sprite indicators for single, double, and triple, as well as single sprites for normal shots, power shots, and speed shots. Right now, I don't have a good way of splitting what you gave me without causing the images to look kind of funky looking and distorted. So for right now, I'm going to leave these two where they're at. But at some point, I just need like the first frame of each of those 6 things. All of those first frames have to be exactly the same size, and then I can like swap them in and out without causing too many shenanigans here. So I don't need that like right this second. That's like a future, I need this in the future sort of thing. Okay, good. All right, very good. Music stops when you fight. The music stops when the level's done. The music stops for precisely two specific moments. The alert, because there's supposed to be like sirens or whatever, right? And when you win the fight, which is kind of the point. But no, it doesn't stop all the way. It's literally that a different song plays while the bot. Like you have in an ideal world, each level will have its own theme. Then we obviously have the one boss theme for when you fight the bosses. We haven't like sat down like actually like talk out the music stuff yet, but long story short is level theme, music goes quiet when the alert comes up. Boss battle theme, music goes quiet again when you win. Level clear theme. Pretty straightforward on that front. Okay. So all that pretty much works. What were the two things I wanted to knock out? So, animated power-ups. And double spread. Out. Out. We don't need this. We don't need this old one. That 4x64 one. Don't need that. That can go now. Okay, so that's out. Those are already in. End of the dialogue line, and Yarn Spinner should not make the dialogue window fade out. Okay, right. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. All that stuff. Here we go. Okay. Quick hello, but I should be in bed. Hey, Holly. I appreciate the hello. I also hope that when bed and sleep time comes, that sleep goes well. Let me see here. Right, don't need that. Okay. I'm basically trying to find the thing in here that that makes it stop fading out the text. I'm trying to find the thing in here that makes it fade out the text when a line is finished, because that's not the way that I don't want that to happen, which means I need to like sit down and figure out why that's happening. Oh, why didn't y'all document these correctly? I'm super annoyed. I guess that it's because it's like an in progress thing, but like but not Yarn Spinner. Not Yarn Spinner. That's not the word I'm looking for. Godot lets you Godot lets you like actually put like little descriptions on these so that you know what they do. And it's one of those things where when we are not given that, I get a little salty, because then I have to like sort of like start back figuring out how these things work. Okay. Give me a minute. I gotta check a thing real quick because I could do some shenanigans. Um, yeah, hang on. I gotta dig up. I gotta dig up a code thing to this. So, I don't think they've updated that recently, but I need to get the. I gotta look at the documentation for Yarn Spinner Godot on the other computer real quick, so I can sit down and think about a couple of things. Huh. I should probably update the plugin too. Come to think of it. Well, let's see. That's good. All right. Guide and docs directory. Okay. Okay, yep. Let me see here. Class, any type which derives from Godot's node class. Okay. I just need to know where the dialogue. Okay, so then line view is the one that I want. Okay. So let's go back over to Godot real quick. Like this thing, basically. And I'm gonna want to. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over to scripts. We're gonna do create new folder. Make my life easier. We're gonna do this. Gonna be control. All right. I'm not really sure what it means by rather than subclassing it, you implement the interface and can subclass any type. Okay. Oh, hold on. I should probably install the new version. Yeah, like the. Okay. Oh, ad break is up. All right. I'm gonna switch back over here then while the ad break is up and do a couple of things. It involves digging around in the guts of some installation stuff. So I gotta make sure like y'all can't see that. Y'all should not be seeing that. So I have to dig around in some guts a little bit while the ad break is going. So I'm gonna just switch over here and do that. Project setting, plugin, good. Okay. Just added single. All right, cool. Oh, all right. Let me go grab those and then go from there. You like them being like sci-fi bow and arrows? Probably since the text vaguely describes them as modules. Since the I'll fix the names on. I'll rename them over here because shot is for either. I don't mind doing the words, just playing around with the aesthetics. Yeah. For the single, it should be single spread, not single shot. Spreads are single, double, triple. Shots are normal power speed. But yeah, I was going to say probably, if anything, like the rounded capsule shape with the icon stamped on top of it is probably ideal, right? It's like, because the way that the game design document describes them are like modules, right? So that they're like things that you would install. So yeah, probably you don't have to do the words, but I would say you make the thing a canister, put the image on top, and put the image on top of it, so that it looks like a thing that you would like. Yeah. And yeah, insofar as what I was saying for what I'm going to need aside from that, not that, so words are difficult. It's fine if they're animated like you don't have to like delete, words are hard. Let me phrase it like this. If you decide to animate the versions of them that act as pickups, that is fine. I just need at some point I just need probably just separate still images of each first frame of each of these things. So if you switch it over, so if, for example, you switch it over to that canister style, right? You can animate the canister and that's fine. I'm totally cool with that. It's just one of those things where, because of, I'll go back over to Godot in a minute and explain it. I was just making sure that we have, that I updated a couple of other things beforehand. So let me minimize that, minimize this, or at least I should close out those two windows in case I need them later. So I'm going to explain it like this, try to explain it a little more clearly as to what specifically I need. So there is them being animated is not a problem for the actual pickups as they are depicted in the game, right? So I'm playing, right? Let me do it from the proper stage and demonstrate my point. Like, yeah, like them animating for that purpose is completely fine, right? So if you're like, so let's put it like this, right? Let's say that you switch to the canister style, right? You do the canister, you put the speed shot icon on there, right? And you have that animate where like the speed shot icon is still animating within that canister or whatever. That's fine, right? There is nothing wrong with that. That's cool. It's just that for the actual display image on the HUD, this thing right here, I have to have one sprite that is not animated. Let me phrase that more carefully. In order for me to be able to display these correctly up here, I need a single frame of each power-up that is just that. It's just a static image. And all of those that are going to go up here have to be the same size. Because if, for example, right, let me try to demonstrate what I mean here. Right? Because if I try to cut the sprites the way that I did for the bomb up here, let me do... Right, you see how this distorts, right? Yeah, 100 by 100 is fine. So here is the main thing, right? You do not have to change it from 100 by 100. You don't have to change it from 100 by 100 at all, right? It's just that, for example, I am going to need. So let me phrase it a little differently here, because I realized that I could be doing it confusing. The main thing is that you're getting it? Okay, right. So yeah, for the individual ones up here, right, I'll need a 100 by 100 sprite of whatever icon you want to use for single. Then a 100 by 100 sprite for double. Then a 100 by 100 sprite for triple. Those are static and not animated, at least not for right now. Because I can't get it to animate without causing shenanigans to happen. Right? So yeah. So for the actual HUD images, I just need single static frames that are each at 100 by 100 so that when I swap them, right, the changes in size don't like screw up the scaling. As far as the actual pickups to be picked up, you don't have to like animate a single pick. You don't have to animate anything for like the single pickup, because you can't pick up a single shot, and you can't pick up a single spread power up, and you can't pick up a normal shot power up. So you don't need animated versions of those. You only really need to animate double spread, triple spread, double spread, triple spread, power shot, speed shot, because those are the only 4 that you can actually pick up manually, right? Single and normal, if anything, are what you get bumped back to if you die. There are no pickups for those. We still need icons for them for the HUD, but we do not need pickups for them, because you can't pick those up. But yeah, cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Insofar as like the HUD sprites go, 100 by 100, single frame. That's all I need. That's all I really need. As far as like the animated power-ups go, you can keep doing those as you've been doing them, and they're fine. Appreciate it, Yuna. Thank you. Okay, right. So bombs, I already cut those out, so those should be fine. At some point, we will need. I guess the simple circle works for right now, but at some point we will probably want to replace that, but not. I can't think of anything right this second, so that's fine. Okay. Yeah, those 2 are good. Updated. Penny Cook. Thank you, Shark. Appreciate it. Okay, so I think we can figure out how to do this at least. So the main thing I have to figure out is how do I get that implementation interface set up is the hard part. Okay, that's how. So do that. So control, dialogue, do base. Okay, cool. Now what am I missing? Hey, KT. Okay, cool. It's missing request interrupt. So I just need to... We're gonna pull those out. And then I need to do... Request interrupt. Okay. Build that handled. All right. Hi, Larry. Online. Online. Okay. Let's see. The only thing that's really difficult to figure out right now is okay, good. That takes care of that. Hey, Kettle's looking to eat. Thank you, Kettle. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's see here. Right, that is. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna dig around in the back again. There's a couple of things. Segmented bar is not useful right now. I have input prompts, non-spinner Godot 0.3. Good. So let me. Wow, thinking is hard. Okay. So this. Last editing Godot 4.2. Hopefully it doesn't explode a bunch of crap, because that would be really annoying. I guess this means that at some point I should change it, huh? Samples. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh yeah, those all exploded. Cool. Love that. So probably can't. All right. I just have to try to figure this out. Because basically the main thing that I want to be able to do is make sure that so the thing that I'm trying to figure out is less of like a, oh, this breaks everything sort of thing, and more that I need the dialogue window to stop fading out every time we finish a line. The only time that it should like actually fade the whole thing out is when the dialogue is done running, which means that I have to write a thing that makes it not do that. I think. Hang on. Because like what I could do if I really wanted to, I think, is if I just come over to where is it? If I were to come over right to the yarn spinner thing over here and I turn off the fade effect and I hit save, right? Like if I just did that and then I came over to like the tutorial, for example, right? Dialogue runner doesn't have any dialogue views set up. Oh. I should have known that like putting in the new thing would cause that to happen. So let me. All right. Dialogue runner. Hold on. We gotta do this in here to make this not do weird stuff. One time. This thing is silly. This thing is silly. You silly Grotus. All right. Try this again. All right. Hold on. All right. So it looks like when I updated Yarn Spinner, some shenanigans happened. So I gotta take a minute and look and. Okay. Dialogue runner has no line provider. There we go. This one more time. Yeah, okay. Now we don't have any of those errors. Let's see if that fixes that. Couple of shenanigans because I didn't, because when I updated Yarn Spinner, I wasn't paying attention to, there we go. Might have been missing a continue button thing. Hold on. Line view. Yeah, continue button. I never assigned it. That's why I was getting weird. Character name text is character name. Right now, we're gonna leave that off because reasons. All right. I think this should handle most of that. Because basically the thing that I wanted to sort of adjust. Yeah, see? Without the fade effect. Yeah. Basically the main issue is that a single spread, Leona bomb, double spread, triple spread. Alright, good. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, basically the main thing is that with the fade effect off, it does the thing that I want, right? With the fade effect on the other hand, if I go and turn it on, right? If I say use fade effect on, then this is what we get instead. And this is where we are running into a slight it's not like a oh god, the game is broken now because of this sort of thing, because of this thing. It's a You'll see what I mean in a little bit. Yeah, see how it will fade out and then fade back in? Right? That is not... I don't want that. Or rather, I want it to fade in when it's showing it. But when we switch over lines, I don't want it to fade and then go from there. Is this engine spaghetti? What? Don't know what prompted that observation exactly. It's not necessarily the engine that does that. It's just the way that they wrote the dialogue. It's just the way that the dialogue view was written by Yarn Spinner, which is separate from Godot. Let me explain this a little more clearly. So, Yarn Spinner is the same plugin suite that I'm using from Unity for doing the dialogue stuff. Because writing your own dialogue display system and all that other stuff is a pain in the neck, right? Yarn Spinner is really good. This is not me saying, oh, goodness, Yarn Spinner is bad. It's just that Yarn Spinner, right? They basically sat down and ported the they ported it from Unity to Godot, and it's still kind of in testing phase stuff. But putting that to one side, it works fine. It's just that the thing that they recommend is that they're like, hey, if you want very specific functionality out of the way that your dialogue view stuff works with Yarn Spinner, you have to write it yourself. And that's not a, oh, we don't care to do it sort of thing. It's a, if your needs are so highly specific, we cannot afford to bundle in every single bit of super specific, this is exactly how I want it to run sort of deal for every person. They can't do that. And they've said that, which is reasonable, right? In my case, it is very literally just I just need to rewrite this so that the fade effect only happens when the dialogue viewer is opening and when it's closing, right? Making them have to figure out how to do that is kind of gauche. So, yeah, there's no spaghetti going on. It's just literally I need to figure out how to do this thing, right? It's not, it's not a spaghetti thing. It really isn't. It's just okay, so single spread, double spread, speed shot, single shot. Okay, good. All right, so I gotta rename a couple of these. It's itching me a little. Okay. Shot. That's it. Double spread. So good. Double spread. I didn't need one for the bomb. I did not need one for the bomb, but I do appreciate you putting one up. Because for the bomb, I figured out how to split it out. But Since you did it, I'll replace it. It helps. I did see that we got oh yeah, a new one just came up, and I saw from who. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go look and see what thing they wanted, because instructions should be in there. I'm guessing that I know what it's going to be based on who did it. But you know what they say about assumptions. No, I need to go to my page, please, so I can see. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, knowing who it is, I suspect that it is going to be one of these. All right, cool. So I can just grab, download all of them. Let me. Sprites. HUD sprites. Alright. I'm gonna delete that one because we don't need it. I know that y'all can't see the screen right now. That's on purpose. It's because I'm digging through stuff on the back end. I'm digging through stuff on the back end, and I do have to try to keep my the internals of the way that my actual directory layout is kept. Keep that private for reasons, mostly security ones. Go project. I just put in downloads for now. This one, grab this, pack this open. I just need to put these in their correct spots in Godot. HUD sprites, come over here. Here, I should be able to do directly from 7-zip into this, I think. Or not, because that would be too easy. Go to the downloads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna throw them into HUD sprites. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of the stuff that we're not using at this point, because it is beginning to, because it will confuse. Meter center, don't need that. Meter left, don't need that. Meter pellet, don't need that. Meter right, don't need that. HP orange, I should actually put back in on there at some point. Temporary pointer is there. Arrow pointing down is there. Blue box check mark is time. Circle timer stuff is there. Dialog box. Yeah, it's fair. So cool. Now that we have all of those, all right, I'm gonna just rename this real quick and do. Whoops. Right. Forgot. Renaming a directory while the thing is open causes Godot to get angry. I need to be careful about that. I don't know if that change actually stuck. All right, hold up. Got more. All right, let's see. Go to mine. Okay. That's another eye. Thank you all so much for the support. I do appreciate it. All right. Okay, that'll do. Okay, I think I am done digging around in the back now long enough. Okay, good. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm done digging around in the back long enough so I can probably actually do this without causing shenanigans. Okay. So, HUD sprites, we have single spread, good. Single, double, triple are all accounted for. Power is the only one that's not, but we're not going to switch to power at any point, so we can leave that alone for right now. Not in what we have right now, so we can leave that alone for right now. I need to go to HUD script. We're going to do sprites, HUD sprites. Do this one, and then this one is going to be triple. We don't have normal shot right now. Sprites. 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 Right. Let me make sure that that was what was included there. Yeah, single was, so that should be fine. How many? All right, and then that's eyes. Okay. Thank y'all for the donations. I do appreciate it. There's definitely no Google eye collusion happening right now. Clearly not. It is most certainly a coincidence that I'm just decking my 5 head with these. Okay, let's see. All right. So no, you're not doing the Lippian thing. Absolutely not. I refuse. Don't you fucking dare. Single, double, triple. Okay, that should be good then. If the names have held up the way that they're supposed to. Single spread. God damn it. Right, I should. Let me go over to the HUD and make sure that those are sized correctly. Y'all are so fucking messy. So current spread. Let's quick load single. And then the actual size of that is what? The actual size was 100 by 100. Right, so we want 100 by 100 for that. Current shot. Right, well, it's going to be 100 by 100. So. Well, anyway, once we have that anyway. There we go. So that's there for right now. Okay. Right. I don't have a thing for normal. I don't have a thing for normal shot yet. We'll do this at. We'll do it at 128 by 128 for now to keep this somewhat. Stinky. Okay. Okay, much better. Much better. Okay. So... All right, so then I can actually use this as a test to make sure this is working. So I'm just gonna do this as a quick and dirty way to test that this is still working the way that this is working the way it's. So come over to tutorial level. So it's gonna look like that here, but if the code is working correctly, it should switch it. There we go. Very good. Good. And now you can see up there it switches from single to double. And speed is also looking pretty nice and clean. Good. Basically, the only thing I need at some point, Yuna, is just a HUD sprite for normal shots. And we should be good. Like you see, right? Normal shots basically have this funny looking thing up here doesn't match, but and that should be set. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Is there anything I want to do in particular to kind of just make it look a little cleaner? I do a 9 patch here as that, and then I make the 9 patch red, the whole thing. Quick load, log box. So if I make, okay, having a line of thought here. Do that, do 150 by 100, take the 9 patch over here, edit the region, and then just go hang on. There we go. Copy that, drop that. Copy that, drop that off in here. Drop it under here. Make sure it fills that to 20. Okay, and then we can have the nice little ones fit right in there. And if I have to, I can just scale down their sizes manually a little bit and it should be fine. All right. So the main reason why these all look out of line is because their Y sizes aren't exactly the same. So if that's 100, so I'll put that to 100. Spin control should at least also be 100 for that. Should be anchored close. If we do that like there. Their health, if we okay, right, because if that's there, then we should be able to find this. Align each element there. And we should be able to get them. Yeah, there we go. Gotta nudge the transform over a little bit. Get it looking nice and crispy. Yeah, now they look a little bit more in line with each other. That's all. That center, that's also there, but this needs to make sure that this is 100. This. If I extend this to 100, then the main problem is that, as you can see, the hard part is like getting the actual text to sit in the middle, which it doesn't really do that well, right? Like even anchored to the center left, the actual text element itself doesn't sit in the middle unless I force the size downward. So if I do 0 over here, and I force the size to like 20, and then I do center left for the anchor preset, I get close. Yeah, that'll have to be close enough. Close enough, at least for now. For label, this should be like 25, and then we center left again. Yeah, that's close enough, and that should hold it. Or even if I do 30 or just 50, and then yeah, the main thing is that I have to try to keep it roughly about the size that it needs to be in order to make sure that like we don't get shenanigans. But I think this should be okay now. So we do that. Spread and shot indicator each have those, and then up here I think if we 0 is not quite enough. 25, 50. Yeah, if I do 0, then I just need to make sure that the player spin control has a much wider one. Player health control should be like a little wider. Don't clip the contents. 25. 50. Yeah, I should force that out enough for that. Look relatively square. Player spin control, that's 100 by 100. Okay, that looks a little off there. So we do that one there. And we do like another 150 on this one to force that out a little wider. And we do 325 here for a little more clearance on that end. Come to the spin control. Knock it back down to 100 by 100. For label control, that'll do for now. And then spread and shot indicators have your own little doodads there. And let's run it. Let me see the size. And let me see if that looks right. That'll do for now. I may adjust everything back up toward the top left for the HUD, just because it feels like it got pushed down maybe a little bit too far. Let me do. I'm gonna do top left for these again. See if I prefer them sitting at the top left a little more. There. Mhm. But this is still needs to. Okay. Why didn't I? Oh, I did that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should be better. And then for both of these, you can probably just scale them down just a little. The layout, transform, we can do like 0.8 for both of those two. And just make sure that they are. All right, put them back to the size that they're supposed to. Put them back to the scale they're supposed to be at, actually, because otherwise it's just going to be a pain. Because it looks like for whatever reason, back center. If I switch this one, which I should be able to do now, right? So that's not right. I didn't want it to be an atlas. Thank you very much. Red icon HUD 1. Thank you very much. Almost shot. Okay, let's game. This is all right, and got it. So download. Yep. Oh, where did you? Oh, computer, where did you put it? Don't do this to me right now. Thank you. Okay, I was about to get testy for a minute because the computer put it in a funny spot, and I was going to be annoyed. Here, throw that up here. 50 by 0, and this is 100, 100. Cool. Those should both be dead. These should both be. Good. Those are both dead center. All right. Good. Because yeah, remember the main thing is that normal is the shot type. Single is this. So this is like single spread normal shot, right? So, but yeah, this looks right. Yeah. Normal, power, speed are the shot types. Single, double, triple are the spread types. That's why I also renamed it in the drive. So yeah, if you, so yeah, um, but yeah, no, this is good because I can put it in. I can put it in as this for now. Hang on, can I do the thing without shenanigans happening? TLDR, I renamed them accordingly. So basically, whenever you upload the new version, just make sure it's named exactly the way that it's named when I renamed it, and then I can drop it in on this side, no problem. It should be fine. Um, so yeah, no sweat. It should still be fine. Gonna knock these down by a little bit because now we can do that. And I'll better leave these at 100 because that should 5 here. And then 125 here. Yep. All right. And all that should be fine. Yeah, but as far as like getting in something to see if the sizing is right, though, we're Gucci pretty much. Let me just. Okay, so this is normal shot, speed shot, and then whenever we get the power shot, we'll throw that one in there. But okay, this does mean that I can get rid of this one. But now I can clear out a good couple of these other filler sprites that I had because now we have other things to like stand in for them. So get rid of a couple of these. Hang on. Cancel, leave the bomb sprite temp in. No, like we're not getting rid of that one. Okay, so that's fine. Normal can also be removed. Power can't operate on nodes from a foreign scene. You need that one still. Right now. Boss one, don't need that one. Stone one. Okay. Blank sprite is probably still being there. Bomber, I don't need to hold on to that for a little bit. Scout, we don't need right now. But yeah. So yeah, Yuna, by the looks of it, really the only thing is that you change the design for the normal shot, and we should be fine. Single, double, and triple spread, those are all literally fine. So like the single, double, triple spread, those sprites are literally fine. Basically, it looks like the only thing that you have to tweak is literally for yeah. See, like for double, it's fine. And as you can see, so is and there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So shouldn't need the player one anymore either. Power needs to stay until we get power shot thing going. Super sprite shouldn't need any more. Test 2 sprite shouldn't need any more. Let's see here. Not assets. Like it's actually needed for anything. Okay, so that more or less should handle the things that we need. I think audio bus layout can stay where it is. Oh, okay. So the only thing I haven't figured out yet is the line view stuff that I need to handle. Okay. I actually in chat, give me the for driverless. Want to drop in real quick? Hey, Shiny. I'm literally just looking over some code. How to implement my own version. So yes, good luck with the driving lesson. Hopefully it does go well. Okay. So you know what? Maybe the thing I do is I turn off. For now, then let me just turn off the fade effect. Well, let me go to the actual yarn spinner thing, turn off the fade effect, and then see if I can sit down and figure it out a little later. Because that's gonna be shenaniganry that I am not entirely prepared to deal with. Okay, yeah. I think yeah, for now I'm just gonna like not worry about the fade thing because my brain is too much work to try to figure that out. So I think maybe, just maybe. Curious about one thing. I'm gonna just make a really quick control node as a test real quick and do this real quick. I just want to see one thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't have. Okay, so then what I really should do really is make it do like find you. Because I could do my own, but then that means I have to put in all of those. Hold on, switching the song real quick because I don't want this one to like accidentally get shenanigans to happen. Well, fine, I guess. They were saying not to do a thing of that, but I wonder. Oh, I left out a thing. That's why it was getting angry because I didn't get the whole function. probably what I want to do is grab all of this. So basically what I'm doing right now is grabbing the code from the line view over there that was already made by I think that covers everything. So let me okay, cool. I think this is I might be able to make this work. Because if I take this and drop it over here, there we go, much better. All right, cool. Just trying a thing real quick. I think I have an idea about how to make this work. Dialogue, text, character name, typewriter is 50, continue button is this. All right, and then use effect is turned off. Okay. I'm gonna try a thing real quick and see if I caused all of that to break horrendously or not. Alright, so now there's only one other thing I want to do. No, we don't have that, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to export public 9 patch rec. There. Copy this real quick and adjust the thing. I'm gonna do 9 patch rect node that cool. And now what I should be able to do. So what I did, I sat down and copied out all the code that controls, provided I didn't miss anything anyway. All of the code that actually controls like the dialogue and yakking and stuff for Yarn Spinner, right? I wrote my own custom like line view thing that that actually I wrote my own script that should have all the same functionality. The main trick now is mostly that it right now, if we don't get like a character name to go along with the actual if we don't get a character name that goes with the actual dialogue, it doesn't show the dialogue window, right? Which is ideally the way that I wanted it, right? Okay, so here, I would like to do the fade thing. I'm gonna come over here. Okay, so I want to see something. Do we have a handler for when the dialogue starts, is my question. Okay, there we go. So what I want is public void dial. Okay, cool. And over to this one, I do.
This is a space, This is a space. Can you hear me? Enough, no need to worry. At least enough for two. This is a space. Information, resources, you have everything. Find what's lacking, far more difficult. Except one little thing.
Okay.
The whole world is kind to me, but sorry. Wearing a fine suit, pay my credit card, but I cannot prove myself. This is a space. This is a space. Can you hear me? The world may crumble down with just one piece.
Dialogue is started. We fade that in, and then okay, we're gonna do that.
This the center of the universe, but without a hurt.
Okay, dialogue. Okay, I think I've done that without breaking it, so let's see. So over here in the... So basically what I was just doing while I was going quiet for a minute, just trying to like knock all that out, I am trying to see if at least right now if I have managed to successfully implement the effect that I wanted, where the fade in and fade out only happens when the dialogue is opening or closing. If I did this correctly, that should be what happens. There's a very good chance that I did in fact screw that part up, and it will not work that way. But the only way to know is to go. Yeah. Almost. Didn't quite get it. But I think I know. I think I know what else to tweak to get it to not do that. So let me. And you notice I didn't like delete or get rid of the original line view script so that I have something to compare to put things back if things break. So probably that, I think, should handle it. Let's try it. Almost. We are almost there. I think, let's see, line, run line. Okay, so here it is. Run line internal. Hold on. So yeah, I'm not deleting this stuff. I'm just commenting out the things that I'm suspecting have an effect just to make sure that it that we don't have any shenanigans happening. Okay. Excellent. And then those are coming from the enemy script, which is, all right, good. That's the behavior that I wanted, really. I just need to adjust the fading time. Because as y'all saw, the ins and the outs don't match quite that well. So I'm gonna pop over to this, and I'm going to make sure that the fade in time and the fade out time are basically about the same. And the nice thing about Godot is that when you set defaults in the code, like I just did for what the value should be, it is a little, you can override them pretty easily, but then reverting them back to normal is not as, if you've used Unity, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a certain thing with Unity where even if you set like certain default values in code, getting the editor to respect those if you happen like reset or whatever is shenanigans. It's a little ambiguous sometimes. Yeah, it jitters a little bit by the look of it when it's coming in. Alright. Alright. And there we are. Alright. And I'm willing to call that a job well done. So we'll say this is 8:56 p.m. Alright. That's that last major one, and that's swap in new. Okay. Alright, good. That's all neat and handled. So yeah, pretty much at this point, literally all we're really doing as far as Shoot Lancer is concerned is mostly just like little tune-up things. The game itself is functionally playable. Maybe at some point off stream I will sit down and like mess with like doing a build just to see if the solo build by itself runs correctly. I can say for a dead fact that at least currently the sound options and stuff don't save. Oh, we got approved for the 25th? Okay, cool. I I don't know if we'll have like working sound options by then, because I have to figure out a good way to do to make sure that like settings can be saved to disk and then read. I got to figure out a good way to do that. So yeah, probably what I'm going to do is actually, let me just go do it right now before I forget. I want to see something real quick. Go to the title screen, and I
Don't say bye, don't say bye. It's just a short break on the way. Don't say bye.
checking in to see if we have those tracks from,
Say bye.
yeah.
After
Um,
what discard, the whitest face
let me just
was innocent for the man
turn that one off.
with no child.
Turn off that one.
And a thick textbook, but he has so much.
Okay. Okay, good. So I can't just hide the options. Good. So for right now, I will hide those other two buttons until I can be bothered to like sit down and properly make sure that like figure out how to like save those options correctly. I know what format I want to use. I want to use a JSON and just do it that way. But that involves, you know, being able to do file input and output. And I need to figure out how Godot does that. So ideally, yeah, for right now I can just do start game, quit game, and we should be fine. Oh, but then the cool, right? Then the navigation doesn't work correctly because of that. Pain. All right, then I'll put them in. And maybe I just figure out how to turn their interactability off. Maybe. Input. Theme. Focus. Huh. So I guess it just does it automatically. Doesn't it? That's interesting. Alright, anyway. We're getting out of here. Thank you, everybody, for donating and supporting and all that other stuff for the support drive. We're still doing it for all of April. As Nightbot was so kind to point out, we have all of those. We have right now our next milestone, if we can make it to, my math is correct, should be 20%, right? I know that Shark was kind enough to do the math for me in a certain spot, so let me go look and make sure I got that right. 20% will basically signify our next milestone, which is the Kanto run of Pokemon Crystal. It's running all month. If we don't make the $2,000, it doesn't mean that, like, oh, you know, SJ's out on his butt. It just means basically the closer we get, the less likely it is that I'm going to have to, like, I basically get like another month of time before I have to like sit down and like actually like start pulling money from some like emergency sources to like stay in for a little while longer while I try to like sort out the job thing. I'm not going to be out on my butt if we don't make it, but the closer we get to it, and ideally if we get it, I would prefer that we get it or get over it. But you know, time's tough, and I get that. I just appreciate any support that I get, so thank y'all very much. Game analysis and design stuff I do over at Co-Host, with my past posts on it over at Medium. I'm going to make more of an effort to talk more about like Shootlands or stuff on my Co-Host, so you can feel free to like, kind of like hang out there, catch things. Stream VODs are over at youtube.com/@SJHSGames. I'm gonna update the Breath of Fire 3 playlist now that like that is done and I'm a little more awake. Ko-Fi, you already have the link because of this thing. But my card has all my other social media links on there if you want to like follow me on any of those. But really, I'm most active on Co-Host when I am. So, all that said, we're gonna go find somebody to go hang out with. So don't touch that dial. I'm gonna go. We're probably gonna go hang out with CJ because they haven't been able to stream for like a little while. And I would like, all right, Gilded. If you want to hang out with us when we're not doing stream stuff, you want to join us on Gilded because Discord just constantly does things that annoy me and annoy the rest of the community. So we don't really mess with Discord for our personal use anymore. Nowadays, we really just we mostly just use Gilded for that. So yeah, thank y'all for coming by. We're gonna go hang out with Candy Bag CJ. They are currently playing a game called Wizard with a Gun. I have no idea what that's like. We're just going with vibes, but yeah. We're just gonna go hang out with CJ and see how it's going with them. Give them an SJ Says raids with your favorite emotes. When you get in there, let them know who sent you. Next time we will be streaming is this upcoming Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I have been scramble-brained enough that I don't think I'm going to be able to get the second key from Dare Drop or Undernight, but I'll give away the one key that I did get from them, as well as it won't be for Slave Zero X, but it will be for Slave Zero. I'll give away the keys that I got from Dare Drop as part of that. Sorry that I couldn't get a second Undernight 2 key, but my brain has not been unscrambled enough to sit down and properly put together the submission clip and then explain to them, hey, I did this offline, blah, blah, blah. Things that I didn't think about when I was doing it. So, aside from that, though, this upcoming Sunday, we'll be starting Breath of Fire 4. We will probably spend at least a little bit of time playing Totsugeki 64 for like maybe an hour and change, though, just to like redeem that and get that going. And then we'll start Breath of Fire 4, which will be the last game in our year of Breath of Fire. I'm not playing Dragon Quarter because I don't want to play Dragon Quarter. And we can't play Breath of Fire 6 because that's a mobile game that was one, only released in Japan, 2 has long since been discontinued. So we're going to stop the year of Breath of Fire once we complete Breath of Fire 4. That will have been all 4 of the 6 games that exist. That'll have been 4 of them. And that is really what I want, because I think 1 through 4 in particular, that's really where most of my interest was. Dragon Quarter, I may play that on my own at some point someday off stream just to get a feeling of it, but I don't think it's the type of game I would want to like stream directly. So yeah, thank y'all for coming by. Deeply appreciate it. Wash your hands, wear a mask, don't go outside if you don't have to. Be excellent to each other, but not to bigots, racist, turfs, sexists, high cow, people who are anti-queer, or Zionists. These are your reminders that both Palestine and the Congo must be free, and that trans rights are human rights. Again, to everyone who celebrates, I wish you a happy Eid Mubarak. I wish you Eid Mubarak. And that's pretty much all I've got. Oh yes, and the Sudan must also be free. Correct. These are just the values that we espouse here. So, thank you, Shark, for the reminder on that. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you, Cal, for the wonderful compliments, and everybody for just hanging out, and for everybody that is spreading the good word, trying to support all that other stuff. Let's go. Let me get my window up for CJ so that I'm not sitting here scrambling and looking like a jackass trying to get that set up. I should probably do it on. I should probably do it actually on the high noob, so I can actually like balance that correctly. I need. Okay, there we go. That should be set up correctly. All right, y'all. Let's rock and roll. Don't threaten to look like a jackass. Oh gosh. Anyway, now I'm getting out of here before y'all hit me with that. All right. Till next time, whenever that is. Take care. Later.